Oh, look at this. It's bright, it's colourful. Is there some flavour right there? That is Mongolian chicken. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today we're doing a very quick stir fry. We're going to make Mongolian chicken. Now we're going to make it a quick way. We're using a jar of hoisin sauce, and we'll make up a sauce with the hoisin sauce. I've already chopped some green onions. I've chopped some peppers and some onion. I've already grated some ginger, minced some garlic. I've got some chicken which I've sliced. I've got some red chili flakes. I've got corn flour and I've got some sesame seeds, and we're ready to go. Let's get on with it. Come on. We're going to make up the sauce first. So the sauce is absolutely ridiculously easy for this. In there, soy sauce. That is brown sugar. Now it's a sweet savoury one, this, with that little bit of saltiness in there from the soy sauce. Want a good tablespoon of hoisin sauce in there. A good tablespoon. Splash some water in there. And we've got some red pepper flakes. And we're just going to give that a mix. That is basically our sauce. Now people like this a little bit thicker or whatever, so what you can do, a little bit of corn flour and a couple of tablespoons of water. Well, I'm not going to go two, I'm going to go one and a bit actually. In there, mix that in. Now you can either use this as a cornstarch slurry and you just tip it over, or you can chuck it all in there and cook it all in there. It's entirely up to you. So what we'll do is we'll probably use it as a slurry. So there's our sauce in there. Okay, one side. So we got our chicken which I've sliced up. I want some corn flour in here. Now we're going to do this as we go, rather than mix it all up with corn flour. What we're going to do is put a pan on with some oil in, heat it up, dip that chicken in that corn flour, and we're going to fry the chicken, take the chicken out. So grab yourself a pan. Now we're not deep frying these, it's sort of like a shallow fry, but not, it's sort of semi-shallow. So in the pan with some oil. You know, you want enough depth in there to actually fry the chicken. If you just shallow fry it, you're going to take forever, and we want to get on, don't we? Okay, so get your pan on. Start heating it up, heat the oil up. Now we want to cook the chicken, take it out, then we carry on. So all we're doing is taking the chicken and putting it in the corn flour. Coating it in the corn flour, give it a little shake, and we're going to dump it in there. And when you think your oil's hot enough, I can smell this, I think this is hot enough, in there. Now don't overcrowd your pan on this one. Nice bit of cooking on there, look. A little bit of colour, and then that comes out. I'm going to chuck it in a bowl. Chicken out, and then we'll carry on. Nice and steady. So just turn them over. A little bit of colour on there all the way around. Now it doesn't take long to cook chicken this thin in here. So just watch what you're doing. Okay, we're out. That's our chicken. There. One side. We don't want that. Okay. We're going to put that in a bowl because we're going to strain it through. There's nothing wrong with that oil. Just going to put all that in there. We'll strain it in a minute. So we'll just have a little bit of that oil in there. In there with our veggies. You can cook these and you can take them out. It's up to you. There you can see we've got onions, we've got 3 types of peppers. There you go. All cubed. Now it's a real steady one, this, you know. We're just going to put a little bit of cooking on there. Now it's not going to be much. It could soften them up really nicely. Hopefully. If you get any colour, there you go. Don't go too high. You don't need it. Garlic and ginger in the middle. Little one of those. Just start it off. Now there's not much oil in here, look. We're not worried. Little one of those. I don't want it catching too much. So watch your flame. And we're in there with that wonderful sauce. So just get that back up to temperature really quickly. We don't want soggy veg, but we want a decent sauce in here. Up it comes, look. And we're going in there with that corn flour slurry that we made. Give it a little stir around. Now you can go in as much corn flour slurry as you want. You know, it depends how thick you want your sauce. We want a gooey sauce, but we want it runny. As you can see, look, it's already started to thicken. That's easy, isn't it? In there, that chicken. Flame off. There you go. How easy was that? So you can cook it as long as you want. Oh, that's enough. And then in there with your green onions. Mongolian chicken normally has green onions, but we've adopted it to have peppers and everything in the Western world. So there you go. Let's serve it up. That is Mongolian chicken. How easy is that? Oh, look at this. It's bright, it's colourful. Oh man, is there some flavour right there? Sesame seeds. And look at that. That is Mongolian chicken. That is absolutely fabulous. Amazing, amazing flavours right there. Come on, you go in with some chopsticks or whatever. Serve it up with some rice, noodles. Come on. Chicken is ridiculously soft. That is amazing. Oh wow. Not enough spice for me, I must admit. You know, it could do with a good spoonful of chili flakes in there for me, and not just that little bit. But you know, that is delicious. That really is delicious. All I would say is make sure you watch what you're doing with the soy sauce. You know, we need the soy sauce in there because it's part of the dish. However, all soy sauces are different. They all carry different amount of salt. So have a read, get a low sodium one, whatever. That's up to you. If not, you're going to have to counteract it a little bit more with the sugar. And this is sweet, sour, salty, everything in here already. It's delicious actually. Nice but not spicy. There's no spice. No spice at all. So if you wanted it spicy, spice it up. There you go. That's Mongolian chicken. So easy to make. I mean, it really is. Just ridiculously easy. We're using a jar of sauce, which is so easy. That helped us. It's just so quick to come together, really nice. And obviously you don't taste the salt and the sugars and things like that if you eat it with rice. If you're just going to sit and eat the whole thing like this, it's going to have a different taste to serving it with rice or noodles. If you like what we're doing, big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. We'll catch you in the next video. More spice.